Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I know again it's been a minute since my last video, but today I have a very interesting bag to show you. It's been the bag that had a lot of discussion and talk around town because Hermes, after it's discontinued, Hermes actually decided to bring it back this year, which is, as you can see, is the shoulder Birkin. So this is a long version of the classic, I guess, the conventional Birkin that you know. And it's also named after the designer. So it's also called the JPJ in most cases, but it's most recently, I think most people will call it the shoulder Birkin. And then this one here is the size 42. They actually come in size 42 and size 40, and now the recent version that they brought back is actually size 29. So that would be a very tiny little bag. It would appear even smaller compared to Birkin 30 because it's slightly smaller, but it's a lot less tall as well. But again, as the name stands, the key difference between shoulder Birkin and a regular Birkin is obviously the size of its handle, which is long enough that allows you to carry the bag on the shoulder, like so. So this one here is obviously a vintage bag. It's in amazing condition and it's in the color ebony. So it's a very dark, rich, dark brown that's very similar to black in different lightings. And this one here is my kind of chocolate color. So you can do a little comparison. Again, they're not made with some same leather. So obviously the way the color will show is also a bit different, but you can tell that ebony is quite a bit darker. The cool thing about the bag, I mean, even though it sort of has the same composition or same kind of design and component as a regular Birkin bag, it doesn't, there are a lot of things that are different, not only the added length to the shoulder handle itself, it's a lot more robust. So when I first got it, I find it really cool how it's like the handlebar itself is really, it's bigger. Feels a lot more sturdy, which I think over time is less stretchy compared to the traditional Birkin handles. They stretch very easy with use, whereas I think these ones maybe can handle weight a little bit better. And then the hardwares themselves, they are very big and chunky, as you can see. The gold plate, I'll do a very quick comparison here. It's a lot larger if you look side by side. So, and again, with a turn lock here, some of them are your traditional circle turn locks, like this one here. Round turn locks, I should say. And this one here is actually not a classic Birkin either. If you follow my channel, you guys know I also love this Hack 32 bag that I own. So they're just very similar. And this video, I'm kind of using it to talk about alternative options that you have to classic Birkin bags. So that's why this bag is being brought out as well. So here, and then also another difference that this version have, again, they've evolved the shoulder Birkin a couple of times. So this is the original version. The later version, I think they brought it back in 2013 again, had more similar features to the current Birkin. So you have the side hardware here. It's more like an open-ended hardware hook where you can put in the strap. Whereas this one here, as you can see, is a complete hoop where you have to hoop in the belt itself. And then again, going back to the turn lock, the later version had a circle turn lock, whereas the original version here, I don't know how to show you guys, had a square turn lock. The very cool thing about these Birkin though is I think they have extra large size clochette and they have an extra large size padlocks, so even their keys are quite a bit bigger. I know it's very hard to see from just viewing it by itself, so I'll do a quick comparison. As you can see, the size of the keys are quite different, and it's very evident the size of the clochettes are very different. So I find that to be very neat and a little cool facts about these Birkins. The other consideration though is, you know, everything else, if you look all around, is very similar to a regular classic Birkin, but it does not have any interior pocket. So that's the one thing I was personally a bit surprised when I opened up the bag. There is no, you know, pockets or dividers or zippers or anything like that within the bag. But the bag alone itself is already very, very heavy. It's quite sturdy, but it's very, very heavy. It's not a light bag by any means, given its size and just the amount of leather that it goes with. So that's it. I mean, I will do some mock shots, but like I said, the current version that was recently launched is more of a mini shoulder handbag. I actually don't know if the size of the handle is long enough for the I'll just show you guys the interior as well. I don't know if it's long enough to go on the shoulder. I've seen some mock shots, but I don't see people actually carry it on their shoulder, so it's a little tricky for me to figure that out. But again, this one here that I have is in the ebony color, but it's in the Clemens leather, so you guys can tell it's quite slouchy, very relaxed. It gives a very cool vibe. Personally speaking, I think it's just very, very cool. I think it could work really well for a guy as well. So there you go, like so. This is how you carry it. It's large enough to hold like regular size laptops even, because of the large base that you have here, and just super spacious interior. Again, same thing with any other Birkin, is lined with chef leather. But again, like I said, the one big fact or interesting piece that I found out is there's no interior dividers or pockets whatsoever. But this is how it looks like. Again, super cool. And again, I do think it's quite versatile. It's pretty neat, the fact that it can go on your shoulder. The large bag size are coming back, but again, it's a personal preference whether, you know, you would wear a shoulder Birkin bag. You know, but okay, let's talk about the price point on these bags. So for a regular Birkin at a size 35, you can find a pretty good deal at maybe 8,000, even 7,000 7,000 USD to 9,000 USD, to obviously higher with the newer stamps. But for these bags, you could actually even find them 4K or 5K USD. And so with the hack bag, again, you can find it probably at 5 or 6 K USD. And I would say for a hack, you basically have the exact same thing as what you pay for as a regular Birkin bag. I mean, these shoulder bag obviously will look a bit different, but for someone who's already have a Birkin bag in their collection, or don't really like the Birkin, or really much prefer the shoulder look, you can still tell that this is the Birkin bag, even though it's not the conventional kind of dimension bag. So that's why I'm just kind of putting out there for those of you who are looking to hunt your dream Birkin or Kelly bags. There are actually a number of other potential options that you could consider out there. Like I said, I personally love my hack that I purchased. This is probably one of my first vintage HERMES bag, and then I kept it because of the fact it's a chev leather. It's a pretty unique color. And you know, the fact I find the size, the in-between size between 30 and 35 to be very very convenient for myself. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and like I said, if you're looking to chat more about bags, feel free to DM me on my Instagram. Talk soon. Bye.